Hello, everybody. So today I thought I would talk about Trump. Make America Great Again. You know, here's my thoughts when it comes to Trump. When I look back at all of the people that God used throughout history, He used a whole bunch of people who was imperfect. I think it's funny when people now, say, well, God can't be using Trump because Trump's got this issue and Trump's got that issue and Trump says this and Trump says that and it's just kind of funny to me when I think about it because, he used Moses who was, you know, uh, murdered somebody and couldn't talk plain and then he used just so many other people. Noah. Who ended up having sex with his two daughters, getting drunk. Uh, you know, he used a whole bunch of just imperfect people. That really and honestly you wouldn't think that would be like the great leaders. King David, who pretty much. He pretty much just liked women. Samson, same situation. He liked women too. Reason he had so many wives. So, when you look back at all of the people that God used, He used a whole bunch of imperfect people, and you could definitely put Trump in that same scenario as as a person who. Isn't perfect, and as a person who you would think that God might use somebody different other than Trump. But there's no doubt when you look at the fact that Trump got elected. The night that he got elected, I mean, everything was against Trump. I mean, they said he couldn't win, he couldn't win, he couldn't win. All of a sudden, he won. And he didn't even get the popular vote, but yet he ended up winning through the Electoral College, which again, to me, just seems like God saying, hey, look, I made this happen. So you got a man in office that I like being in office because part number one is he didn't want the position. Not as far as to make himself popular or he didn't want the position for the money, which is very big. I mean, Obama went into office worth a few million. Now he's worth 10, 20 million, 30 million. I mean, all of these politicians go in office and they end up coming out being loaded. And now you got a man who went into office and now he's coming out of office and he's worth $1 billion less than he was when he went in. I mean, this is a man who has lost money just to serve the American people. So when I think about Trump, I think about somebody who's really giving of himself to try to uh, make a difference in this country, a difference that we all need. I said for years before Trump, actually all the way back to Ross Perot, that we needed a businessman in the White House. It makes no sense to me to have army generals in the White House. They don't know how to run an economy. It makes no sense to me to have lawyers in the White House. I mean, what do they know how to do? To me, you want somebody who has at least some experience in running a business or a government. So, in my opinion, your best candidates for president is always going to be those who either one are business owners that are very successful, or governors who are essentially responsible for a large economy as a governor. So those two groups are your best presidents. And Trump comes out as a lifelong businessman who has made many, many, many deals. And he knows what he's doing. And I think that if we will leave him alone long enough, we will learn that Trump is going to make this country um, even greater than he already has. The fact that the economy turned around with just the hint that he was going to get elected, the fact that he has brought jobs back. You know, Obama was online saying, well, how's he going to do this? How's he going to wave a magic wand and all of a sudden, everybody's that wants a job is going to have a job? And how's he going to do this, And all of a sudden now you see how he did it. We just went from, a 1.2 GP to around a 4 in how our economy has grown. It just tells me that we have the right person in office. We need to give them the leadway. We need to give them the opportunity, and we need to support Republicans in their candidacies. Because if Republicans get elected, then they're more likely to back Trump. Because we all know that every Democrat is against Trump, and they're voting against him in almost every single way possible. So we can't count on a person being a good person anymore. We can't count on them doing what's right. We can't vote the person instead of the party, which I hear a lot here lately. We got to vote the person and not the party. That was great in the 1990s and the 1980s. Unfortunately, now, if you're a part of the Democrat Party, you stick with your party, you vote most of the time with your party. And unfortunately, we can't just vote on individuals anymore. We have to vote on what they believe in. And if what they believe in is the Democrat Party, then we have no choice but to vote for Republicans. And so we unfortunately have to vote party over person now. And that's very sad. We shouldn't have to worry that morals is connected to a party, but unfortunately, that's where we're at. And don't get me wrong, I'm no huge fan of the Republican Party either. Truth of the matter is I'm an independent. I've always been an independent, and I voted for Bill Clinton both times he ran for office, and I think that Bill Clinton did a fairly good job being president. Minus his little few issues that he had with Monica Lewinsky and stuff, but as a president, he did a good job in what he did for our economy and keeping us above ground. And so, I'm not against Democrats. Actually, when I look at some of our state Democrats, some of the my favorite state Democrats have been Democrats. Some of my governors have been Democrats. So anyway, all I'm saying here is that we need to back Trump. We need to be behind Trump. We need to. We need to make America great again. We need to keep America great. And I think that he is doing a terrific job. And, here in, the future, I think if he's given another term in 2020, I think we could see our best economic growth in these 8 years that we could ever have hoped for. But, it's going to all go away again at some point if Democrats are given the position to take it back away, because all they care about is raising your taxes. All they care about is big government. They want to run your life. They want to run everything that there is to run for you, and charge you for it, and offer all of these amenities that unfortunately still half of us won't qualify for. And they'll just go to the people who want to sit back and take a paycheck. Um, we're past that. It's now the days of everybody's got a job that wants one. If you want to work, you can work, and that's what we need to be at. Is everybody takes care of themselves. Everybody does what they can for themselves. And I'm not against the government programs being there to help people any way that they can, but it's got to be on us as individuals to take care of ourselves first, and the government to step in when we absolutely can't, due to some physical or mental illness, or some sort of economic job issue. But we've got to take care of ourselves, and Trump has given us the keys to be able to do that, and we've got to support him. And just pray for Trump. That's all I got to say is pray for Trump, and may God bless America, and may God continue to bless Trump, and pray for the country, pray for Trump, and pray for the 2020 election. Thank you.